I'm going to share with you how the Russians recruit people versus how the CIA recruits people. And yes, there is a point in all this, and you can use this to your advantage. My name is Jason Hanson. I'm a former CIA officer, and you might recognize me from Shark Tank or the NBC Today Show or Fox News or any of those other places. So let's talk about Russians recruiting versus CIA recruiting and what this has to do with you. Let's pretend that you are a super ninja CIA spy. You are overseas, you're in Russia, you are trying to recruit a Russian general who's going to be able to pass classified information that is going to benefit the United States tremendously. The US government uses what I will call positive reinforcement. So finding out what really motivates that person, what they want, what will make them give us what we want. So positive motivation, of course, can be many things. Maybe this Russian general who you're trying to recruit loves money. Therefore, you're going to give him fat bags of cash. You're going to give him a bank account in another country. You're going to make sure that he has to never worry about money as long as he lives, and then he's going to have a very, very nice retirement somewhere else. So maybe money is his main motivator. Or perhaps you find out that this Russian general, after talking to him, he has always dreamed of coming to the United States. He loves freedom. He wants to have this freedom. He wants to get out of the communist dump that he lives in, and he wants to have a Bill of Rights and be able to say and do what he wants. So you say, okay, Mr. Russian general, after you've provided valuable intelligence to us, we are going to set you up in a nice, beautiful house somewhere in Northern Virginia, and you're also going to have this cash. That way you can come to the United States and you can live out your retirement days in the land of opportunity and have this beautiful house in a suburb of Washington, D.C. So maybe that's what motivates this general, is coming to the United States of America, and you can promise that to him as the super ninja spy that you are. Or maybe what motivates this Russian general is education for his children. His children have a horrible education. He's always dreamed of his children being able to come to the United States and go to the many universities we have here that are top notch. That way his children get a college education from the United States of America. So you find out whatever hot button, quote unquote, or whatever truly motivates that general, and you give it to him. And often it is one of those things that I just mentioned. So the United States is trying to use that positive reinforcement. That way the person is happy to work with you. The person wants to work with you. They do good work and they give you good intelligence. On the other hand, the Russians do not recruit the same way. They do not use positive reinforcement. They use negative reinforcement. For example, let's say the Russians locate a target. Maybe it's a guy who has economic information. This could be a US citizen, could be a citizen of whatever country you want. But he has some valuable economic information that the Russians really want to have access to and get intelligence on. So they are going to set up surveillance teams on this guy. They're going to know him better than he knows himself. They're going to know the restaurants he goes to, the bars, the gyms, the grocery store, anywhere and everywhere this guy goes. Then when he's sitting at the bar one day, this beautiful woman is going to walk up to him. Yes, it's the cliche, but it works. That's why foreign intelligence services use it. So this guy of ours, Mr. Economic, we'll call him, he's got the information that the Russians want. He's sitting at the bar one day. This beautiful woman comes up, hits on him. They start talking. This economic guy, by the way, is married, a family man, has a wife and kids. And this Russian seductress, aka honeypot, is very good at what she does. Maybe it's the first time, maybe it's after several meetings of accidentally bumping into this guy, but she lures him into a hotel room and they do things that a married man is not supposed to do with another woman. And when this economic guy wakes up, guess what? That beautiful Russian woman is long gone, and surrounding him is Russian intelligence. And Russian intelligence says, hey, guess what we have? See these photographs? This is you having with that woman who's not your wife. And hey, see this video? We've got all this video of you doing things that you shouldn't be doing with another woman. And Russians will even take it so far that they may take a underage girl, let's say a 14-year-old girl, put the 14-year-old girl in bed with this guy who is passed out because he's been drugged. I forgot to mention that part, is he's been drugged by the woman who lured him in there so that he could be passed out while she's taking pictures and videos and all that kind of stuff. But going back, is Russian intelligence will do such, for lack of a better word, scumbag, disgusting things as putting an underage girl in that bed while the guy is passed out from being drugged, taking photos of him with an underage girl. And when he wakes up, of course, that girl's long gone, and saying, hey, guess what? How do you think everybody's going to react when we show photos of you with a 14-year-old girl naked in bed? So the Russians will do disgusting things to recruit people. They will use that negative reinforcement. So they're going to blackmail people in order to get what they want. What's the lesson here? Well, I think there's many lessons. One is avoid Russian bombshells when they are hitting on you. you. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Unless you are a billionaire, I'm not. Unless you are a movie star like Brad Pitt or George Clooney, I am not. Probably not gonna happen when you are sitting at a bar and some incredibly gorgeous Russian supermodel just starts hitting on you out of the blue. That doesn't happen, guys. So that is one lesson. Use common sense. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. The other lesson is treat people right. I do a tremendous amount of security work with very wealthy businessmen, entrepreneurs, and the vast majority of them are great guys, treat their employees well, are good human beings, and they motivate their people by positive reinforcement. But I have met those very tiny percentage of businessmen who scream and yell and are psychopaths, and they operate out of fear, and they treat people with like crap, and it always comes back to bite you. It only gets you so far. So treat people well if you're looking to get things. They will want to work for you. They will want to help you. Find out what motivates them. Don't treat people like crap, which is common sense, but so many people lack common sense these days. So now you know how the Russians recruit people versus how the US government recruits people. Beware of that Russian bombshell. I am former CIA officer Jason Hanson. I have a ton of videos that you'll find useful, and so some information below I think you'll also find useful. So click on that link. God bless you. God bless your family. Stay out of trouble. Also make sure you like, subscribe, and have a wonderful rest of the day.